Hi, friends. Welcome back. It's so good to see you, and I pray that you are doing well. I was on my way in, and a message come through from Terry, and then just a minute or two later, a message come through from Tess, and I thought, oh, I have got to get on here, and I have got to let you all know that we are fine. Everything is fine. Everything is okay where we are. I just threw my bags down because I literally just got in, and I thought, I have got to give you all an update because if you have been following Hurricane Helene, then you could clearly see that right here in Tennessee, we were right in the path of this hurricane. So, if you look at the map for flooding, right here in our area, we ended up getting like 8.6 inches of rain or something like that. And then the most catastrophic area got like 9.4. But somehow, by the grace of God, our dams, lakes, and rivers handled the flooding very well. We've had a lot more flooding than we've had before here. Just everything went okay here. And also, you have to keep in mind we do live in the mountains, so flooding doesn't seem to be an issue for us because we're just going to go to a higher elevation. I worked with a boy one time, and he was from Florida, and he said that hurricanes didn't really terrify him that much just because you would get a warning for those and you were able to get out of the way. But he said since he moved to Tennessee that he was just absolutely terrified of tornadoes because they're so unpredictable and they happen typically at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when you're sleeping and you're not alert of what's going on. But in the mountains, we may not worry about flooding, but we do worry about tornadoes and severe winds and stuff like that. But, anyways, by the grace of God, we're fine here. No issues. The closest damage done to us going south is in Dalton, Georgia, which is right next to Chattanooga. They had some creeks rise there and had quite a bit of flooding there. And then, of course, the further south that you go, Atlanta, Florida, it's been very severe there, even in Virginia. The last that I seen on the death toll for Georgia, it was up to 54. So, very sad. I've been thinking about those people. But then you go north. Oh, guys, this is where it's really going down. So, Asheville, North Carolina is 3 hours from us. So, from Knoxville to Asheville is Highway I-40. That road, it doesn't exist anymore. It's like it's completely closed down going into Asheville. All of the bridges and stuff has just collapsed, and it is just a catastrophe. And the last death toll that I seen as of like an hour ago was 166, with over 100 and something people still missing at this point. Absolute devastation. I know of 3 dams that collapsed because of the amount of rain that we got off of the hurricane, and it has flooded entire towns, animals, people, just whole houses have been picked up and just floated out of the way, out of the river. And then there is a hospital. In that area, it's Greenville, Cott County, Black Mountain, but the hospital flooded all the way up to the roof, and so the patients that were in the hospital and all of the workers and stuff like that were on the roof of the hospital, and they had to fly a helicopter in there. It wasn't LiveStar, it was green, it looked more like a military plane, come in and had to rescue those people. I seen just here in Knoxville, there's a plastic factory, and I don't know all the details, but it's been on the news pretty heavy about the employees not being able to go home. And those people were on top of a semi truck, and with all the flooding around them, that semi truck flipped over and those people drowned. And I have seen that they are asking for diapers and wipes and water, and I seen somebody take a drone and fly in some insulin to somebody who needed it, and of course people that are on oxygen and they don't have electricity, and it's just it's something like this doesn't happen in Tennessee. The closest oceans to us is 6 hours from here, which is Myrtle Beach going north, and south of us is 8 hours, which is Gulf Shores, Florida, and Alabama. So we don't typically worry about hurricane damage, but this time around, I'm telling you, it's just unreal if you have seen the news and what's going on. So anyways, there are a lot of people that are taking up donations, bottled waters, and just all the things that are needed at the moment. And so I was trying to figure out, well, where do we take this stuff to? Because, which is not a bad thing at all that there's so many people taking up different donations and stuff like that, but I thought we'd go through the police station. Well, yesterday, they had a big semi truck out there, and then they had some of the prisoners, a lot of the prisoners out there, those guys. I was just, it was very emotional to see that, those prisoners loading all that stuff onto that semi that's going to be going to those people. But on the radio, they said that, don't come here. We are still in active search and rescue mode, so don't come here and don't be, taking pictures and, and all this stuff, because they're still actively seeking people. It's been very surreal, and the fact that it hit Tennessee, North Carolina, so close to home, I think it just hurts a little bit more. It's everybody. I just find myself waking up in the middle of the night, just devastated, heartbroken, thinking about those people. And this is Appalachia, so I'll tell you one thing, Appalachia people, they are strong, and we are called the volunteer state for a reason. And I'll tell you, Appalachia people, they will give you the shirts off their back. They'd do anything. They'd go the extra mile to help you. So it's amazing just to see our community all come together like this, and want to help and want to be a part of it. But I don't know how long it's going to take for the water levels to go down. I know when that flooding happened in 2009 from the hurricane in Georgia, it took 3 months for the water to go back down there. They've got really, really high water lines. Anyways, I'm also having pregnancy brain, and so it's hard for me to think straight. This is actually a real thing. But anyways, I'm so sorry if you have family, or if you know anybody, or if you've lost your home. I'm so incredibly sorry. There's so many people that are grieving and hurting for you. And as soon as they give the go forward, the green light, they've got people lined up that's going to come in and help clean up and do whatever we have to do to put the pieces back together for everyone. But anyways, it's just really, really sad. But then also, if you just watch the news, to see what's going on overseas, it's absolutely devastating. And, I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, because all of this it's active war. But, 2 days ago, this person bombed this person, and it was a really big deal. And there's big bombs going off, huge craters, lots of people dying. But, all this stuff is talked about in the Bible. Wars, rumors of wars, floodings, and all of those things. And these are signs that you can look for, that we're close to the end of time. But the Bible also says that nobody actually knows when the end is. Not even the angels. Nobody knows the date, the time, nothing. So we just have to be on alert. We have to be looking up and expecting and waiting for his return, because the day is drawing near and it could be at any time. And in the meantime, we just need to make sure that we are helping each other, encouraging each other. Whenever you see an opportunity to help out, to be Jesus's hands and feet, to love somebody, do it. Do it. Because we all need each other. Things are very hard right now. Just anywhere you look, there's people that are going through chemo and fighting for their health, and just so on and so forth, on top of everything else that's going on. So nobody's the exception. Everybody is facing really hard times, but my heart just goes out to everybody going through this devastation. And just every day I couldn't be more thankful. God's grace, God's mercy on our community and where we live. We're just very, very fortunate, for sure. But I did want to just check in with you and just let you know that we're okay. Just an update. So let's see, Friday I'm officially going to be 19 weeks, which we are getting so close to being, or who knows, we may be halfway through the pregnancy. I have not felt baby boy move yet, which that kind of bums me out. Now, I've felt some flutters, but I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for and exactly what that feels like. So I watched a video on the way here. I listened to a video on the way here in the car, and it said that at nighttime, lay on your side and just get really still and try to, just really cut out all of the distractions and just pay attention to see if you could feel the movement. And then also they said that you could poke like that, because baby's at the point where his legs are longer than his arms now, and that he would want to poke back potentially. So we'll see. But I guess that if you've had 2 or 3 babies, that you can feel baby's movement sooner, just because you know what to expect, and it's just the way that it is. You can feel it sooner. But up until 22 weeks is when you will feel baby move for the first time. So I'm kind of anticipating that. When are we going to do that? Or when are we going to be feeling that? But they also said that once it starts, you're going to be like, okay, baby, calm down so I can get some sleep. So they said, don't rush it. Don't stress over it. It'll be okay. It's going to happen. So we're just trusting and praying that, everything is okay. My very next scan, which is the anatomy scan that I told you about, it's going to be happening on October the 15th. It seems like that's so far away. It just, I haven't seen baby since 10 weeks, 3 days. And so I'm ready for that appointment, and just to know that everything's okay and that everything is going well and all of that. But I mean, I'm doing okay physically. I can tell when I overdo it and I'm on my feet for too long, that tends to be hard on me, because I'm experiencing leg cramps, and I've never had issues with leg cramps, but oh me, oh my, last night was not a good night. But from like the knee down, oh, my legs, they just cramp, they hurt, and they go on, and in my hip, and then I'm experiencing thoracic pain in my back. I've always had issues with my lower back for years now, but never in the middle part of my back. But I think it's all the weight that's here on the top. But I still wear big clothes. I like loose clothes, but I have on this tank top underneath this shirt today. But everything, as far as I know, it's going well. My feet are still swelling up, but I am still staying active and, trying to walk and exercise and stay busy and productive and all of that. So I just actually, I was out running errands and I decided I was going to stop by a thrift store that I love that's in another town. And there were so many people in the parking lot. And when I pulled in, I was like, what is going on? Well, they had fill a bag with as much as you could today for $5. So I just bought an entire bag of baby boy clothes for $5. So I'm pretty excited. I'm about to do that now. I'm about to go through them and throw them into the washing machine, and I'm going to get ready to cook supper and everything. But hopefully I'll be back with another video very soon. I just I don't know. I just feel like with all the devastation and all the things going on that it wasn't fitting or appropriate for me to just focus on me and my channel and this and that when there's just so many people that are in need. And so we've just been looking around for opportunities to serve and do whatever we can to help our community in a time of need. I still even have to show you all my Thanksgiving or fall decorations too. I'm falling behind, but just be patient with me. But I just wanted to make this very impromptu, no editing, so hopefully I did okay. We'll see when we watch it back. But anyways, I love you. I pray that you're still fighting that good fight of faith. Vicki, Perry, I'm thinking about you. That all seemed to happen so quick. Selling your house, moving to another house, that seemed to happen really, really quickly. Excuse me. So I'm hoping that everything's okay and you're able to get some rest. Margaret Rose and your husband, you just did that exact same thing. Verna, I'm thinking about you. She's got metastatic breast cancer. She's having some issues with some tests and some things going on. I pray that you were able to find some issues. Michelle, Marisa's husband, going through chemo. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry I'm going to get choked, but I could sit here and name so many people that I still have on my prayer list that I think about you and I pray for you every week, sometimes every day. But anyways, I hope I'll get to visit with you soon. I love you, and we'll see you, the Lord willing, in the next one.